Hi, Murray.
Hi, Murray.
Hi, John.
Hi, everybody. Yay, we're here. Round
Hi,
two.
Ava.
Hi. I think it's Eva. Is it Eva?
Is it Eva?
I think it is.
Okay.
Hi, Lombardo family. Maybe. Welcome. We're going to wait a couple minutes just so that we can have everybody come on, but we're really excited that everybody is here. Awesome.
This is great.
Hi, Jilly.
Hi, Jilly.
Murray, yes, you are the only sixth grader. It's nice to have sixth graders that still come back on and visit their fifth grade teachers in August, during their summer, of all things.
Yeah. So if we say something that isn't true, Murray, you can help us. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Naya. I hope that you're having a great time down south, or down under.
Yeah.
But not quite under. Just
when do you come back, Naya?
Hopefully before school starts.
Yeah, hopefully before Wednesday.
That would be good.
That would be really good.
We should say hola.
Yeah. Hola.
Hola from Chile.
Okay.
Hi, Allie.
Hi, Allie.
Thanks for coming on.
This is great. We got a bunch of people.
Saturday. Nice. Just in time to adjust back to East Coast time.
That's right.
Very cool. All right, we got 11 people.
Yeah, this is great.
I think that might be one of our favorites. Oh, we already even have questions?
Oh, boy. All right. Well, we can answer that question while we wait a little bit.
All right, John. We kind of teach outer space. So in science this year, we'll be doing some Earth, Sun, and Moon connections. So we won't definitely do like way outer space, but we're going to do outer space in the way that relates to how the Earth, Sun, and the Moon interact with each other. Cool.
Hi, Zach.
Ecosystems. Yes, Murray, you're great. This is nice to have. Murray could be like our chat coordinator.
That's right.
Murray, you could answer the questions in the chat.
Right.
Perfect.
She was in our class last year, so she knows.
Yeah.
Everything won't be exactly the same, Murray, but some things will be similar.
We'll try.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, what time is it now?
All right, 7:32. Do you think that's enough time to have people log on?
Let's give them one more minute.
All right, we're going to give you one more minute. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
12 people to log on. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for using YouTube.
Yep, we appreciate it.
This is our second year trying out YouTube live video, and we have to say both of us watched our video from last year just to remember some good pointers so that we can be freshly prepared for today's session.
Yeah. Ooh, Virginia Beach. That sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
It's good to get in those last beach days. I'm hoping to do that on Friday.
Me too.
Yeah. Miss Brennan and I will not be working Friday.
No, we will not.
Right.
We'll have our books and
our beach
chairs. I'm going to bring my boogie board.
That's
hoping
awesome.
to catch some waves over in Nantasket Beach. Nantasket Beach.
And I'm going to be in Old Silver and Falmouth. So
if you want to come, spy on your teachers at the beach, we'll be there. But you have to bring your boogie boards, your books, and your beach chairs.
Yeah, that's true. I just finished indoor skydiving. Wow, how was that?
That's Allie, by the way. Mm-hmm. Indoor skydiving. That's awesome.
Right.
I would not be brave enough. I don't think. I don't know. Even indoor skydiving, I think that's
very fun. Yeah, I think my daughter and her husband did that, but I've never done it. But it looked like a lot of fun.
Awesome.
All right. Do you think we should start? There'll probably be other people joining us after.
Perfect.
Okay, so we thought we would start by introducing ourselves to you and a little bit about ourselves. Do you want me to?
Yeah, you
keep
can
going?
start. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm Miss Goodwin. I like to be called Ms. Goodwin, and my first name is Jay. And but to you guys, for the students, it will be Miss Goodwin, please. This will be my 22nd year of teaching, and for the last, I think it's 6 years now, isn't it, that we've been teaching?
Something like that. It's like
years.
5-ish to 6-ish.
We've been teaching just specific subjects. So I teach reading and writing, which I absolutely love. I love a lot of the topics that Miss Brennan teaches too. But
and ditto.
Right. But I really like teaching reading and writing. So let's see. What can I tell you about myself? So I love the beach. Okay. You can tell. I've been to the beach a lot. I was on vacation at the beach in Punta Cana this year with my sister. And I've been to a lot of other beaches. I really find the beach really relaxing and fun and peaceful. I love cats. If we're lucky, we'll see I have 2 cats, Sammy and Delilah. You'll hear a lot about them. And if we're lucky, they'll stroll by on the staircase up there.
Where they'll like talk.
Yeah,
They
they'll talk
they
or
chat with us in the middle of the
right.
video.
Or they could walk over the computer too. They've been known to do that. They're very devilish, as you know, Miss Brennan.
Yes, true.
So I love cats. I love to garden, and I love to read. I have 2 children. So my first child, this is Noah. Okay, he lives in Las Vegas, and so he lives on the West Coast. So often I go to Southern California, and he joins me there so that I can see him more. But he loves it out there. He doesn't want to come back to New England. He loves the warm weather. He hates the winter. But you will hear a lot about him. So this is my youngest child. And then my oldest child is Jillian. We call her Jilly, and this is her husband, Craig. She's been married for about 3 years, and she lives here on the East Coast, pretty close to where I live, so I get to see her quite a bit. The last thing I really like to do is read. Well, not the last thing, but another thing I like to do a lot is read. And this summer, every summer, Miss Brennan and I challenge each other to read 30 books in 30 days. And this year I got to 36. It was a pretty big accomplishment. So I've read a whole bunch of books this summer, and a lot of them we've bought for the classroom. So I can't wait to share them with you. Take it away, Miss Brennan.
Wow, man, that was a lot. All right, so hello, I am Miss Brennan, Kelsey Brennan, but please call me Miss Brennan. And the difference is that Miss Goodwin is MS period, and I really like MISS. So I don't know. You once told me like the differences between all of those, but I just really like the way that MISS looks. So Miss Brennan is my name. I'm going to keep that. Okay. Speaking of keeping that, this fall, something about me is that I am actually getting married this fall. Yes, after 13 years of dating, we have just my fiance and I, Brian, we have finally set a date. So we're getting married October 12th in Waltham, Massachusetts. Very excited. This is Brian and me at a recent wedding that we were together. But yes, Brian and I, we met in high school, and he asked me to junior prom, and we have been dating ever since, and finally decided to make it official this fall. And so just for everyone to know, I'm not changing my name. So I am still going to be Miss Brennan at school. So you don't have to worry about any sort of name switches, even though I am getting married. Which for a while, took a long time to think about, but I'm very excited about having that opportunity this fall. I've been planning all summer long. I still have a few things to plan, as Miss Goodwin will tell you, but definitely getting along, moving along in that area. I also have a cat. This is Wedge, and you'll probably hear a ton about him too. He's sad that he can't be here, but he doesn't really get along with other cats, so it's probably best if he's not here. Yeah. He is named after a Star Wars character, which leads me into my next segment. Something I also love is Star Wars. We celebrate all sorts of Star Wars things in room 33 and 27. I always hook Miss Goodwin along for the fun. May the 4th be with you, or any sort of Star Wars movie opening are days that we celebrate in the classroom. I love everything to do with Star Wars. I hope that there are some Star Wars lovers out there in rooms 27 and 33 this year, because it's definitely a passion of mine.
Well, if not, you'll convert them.
Yeah, of course. May the Force be with you. Let's see. This summer, I was lucky enough to go to the beach for a whole week with my friends and my family. I went to Narragansett, Rhode Island, and I love boogie boarding. I know Miss Goodwin loves the beach. She loves going and reading on the beach. I'm kind of more of like I need to be in the water and do the waves kind of thing. So we had a whole week there, and the waves were incredible. We just were riding them all week. It was super fun. So it was nice to be able to do that and see my friends and my family and have some time to relax. I also read this summer. I didn't read quite as much as Miss Goodwin, but I did read 31 books, not in 31 days, but I definitely read 31 books, and had a ton of wonderful reads. The two of us have compiled a book list together that we will share with you. It's on our Twitter feed. If you follow us on Twitter, it's there. We post pictures every time we read a book. If you're not following us on Twitter, it's a really good thing to do. It's the place where we update our day-to-day school activities, as well as teaching points that we're interested in. So, and
even if you're not on Twitter, you can still follow us.
Absolutely. Both of our accounts are public, and they can be found on both of our classroom websites. My Twitter handle is at MissBrennan33, and yours
and mine is at community_27.
And then our websites, yours is community27.com. Mine's a little bit more complicated. It's weebly.community33. Actually, I think it might be Miss Brennan 33. I will send it in an email. Working on updating that for sure.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So speaking of books, maybe we should share. Well, but let's stop for a second and see if there are any questions.
Yeah.
Any questions? Oh, we see Brianna's here from last year.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Brianna. It's so
Bryce.
nice to see you.
Anybody have a question for us?
Allie, no worries that your phone's dead. This video will be archived, so you can always watch it afterward to see all the information.
Anybody want to share a book that they've read this summer that they liked? What will we do in writing? Okay. All right. Well, in writing, we're going to do many, many things. We're going to explore lots of different types of writing. We're going to really go deeply into the craft of writing. How do writers write? What are some of the techniques that they use that we can learn? And we're going to do a lot of that through reading because we're going to start noticing what authors do in writing. We're going to write a personal narrative. We're going to do an infographic, which will be a topic that you are an expert at. We call them expert topic writing.
Those are fun.
Yeah, those are really fun. We're going to write several essays. And we're going to do several projects. So one of the most fun projects that kids tell me is the graphic novel project. You guys from last year can chime in, where you get the chance to read a graphic novel and turn it into a novel or a piece of it, or take a novel and turn it into a graphic novel. We really talk a lot about graphic novels and how to read them. Yeah. So we're going to do a lot of things. Oh, City of Embers, that was a really great book.
We have
a
graphic novel, right? Yeah.
And if you look on the my classroom website, there's a book trailer from one of my students, Sophie, that she did it on City of Ember.
Do you remember what year that was? I think archived by year maybe?
Yeah, but if you look it up by the name of the book, it will come up.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh, Ben Franklin Inventions That You Can Build Yourself. Cool. Oh, that book is awesome. Did you build any of the inventions? That would be amazing. I definitely have a book. I don't know if it's that exact book, but I definitely have a bunch of those, the Ben Franklin, like, these are the things that he made and these are the things that you can do with them in my classroom too. That's really fun and a really good history connection. We study the Revolutionary War and a lot of different people from the Revolutionary War. And so Ben Franklin is someone that if you're interested in, you can dive deeper into that as we study the American Revolution. He was pretty important in all of the major political time of the American Revolution. So that would be awesome.
Yeah. And actually, it's going to be a little different this year because you are used to having a library period, and we don't usually have a library period in 5th grade because we have a pretty extensive classroom library. Mm-hmm. But we're going to be going to the Media Lab for more of a maker space type of thing. So maybe that book will come in handy and give you some inspiration.
Yeah, for sure. I know, we're excited. Each homeroom has about an hour. It's either 45 minutes or an hour each week. We go down to the library space and we get to use the space in terms of being creative and making in that space. So we're not 100% sure what that looks like yet, but definitely something along the lines of you guys getting to be creative. So if we have, a science topic, you get to be, actively working on making something to represent your learning in that area.
Right. Or even if you've read something and there's a problem in the book, we might explore how to solve that problem. Yeah. So it's going to be something new that we're really looking forward to.
For sure. Oh, hi, Ellen. Welcome. Thanks for joining in.
Hi.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's really great. What field trips are we taking? You want to do that one?
Okay, so field trips. We're in a little bit of like changing up some of them, but I'm going to go over the ones I definitely know that we're going on. So a lot of the field trips that we take are related to the social studies that we teach. There are so many amazing places in Massachusetts that are related to the American Revolution and the events leading up to the American Revolution. And so we get to see that, as real life. Most people don't live in Massachusetts. They can't just travel 30 minutes and go see the first battlefield of the American Revolution, but we can do that. So we'll be going to the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. That is going to be a time where we get to look at colonial art. That's going to be backed up to Art Quest, which is a field trip that I know a lot of you had last year, but this year the focus is going to be on colonial artwork. And so what is amazing is Mrs. Pomeroy, she'll come in and she'll talk to us about different art that was from that time period, and then we actually get to go to the Museum of Fine Arts and we see that artwork that's actually there. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. Last year we took a field trip to the Concord Museum to look at the Battle Bunker. Oh my goodness, the Battle of Concord at North Bridge. We're kind of still in flux about what we're going to do this year. We probably will do something at Minuteman National Park this year, but that's still kind of being decided.
Yeah.
Um,
And then we had some in-house field trips. We had the Freedom Trail players
That's
came
right.
into us, and we have Skyped with several authors in the classroom, which is really exciting because it's either books that we've read or we have a small group of kids that last year we had a small group of people that read a book, and we actually Skyped with the author, and then we watched her movie outside of school. So that was really fun. So we have a lot of opportunities for large group things with authors, but also a small group for kids that are particularly interested in it.
Right.
What cat? That was Delilah.
I was going to say, she's
We'll probably see her again.
She stuck her head like right in the middle.
That was Delilah.
Oh, she
Yeah.
is. Did you say we go to the Museum of Science? We also go to the
No, I
Museum
didn't
of
say
Science. It's usually around Science MCAS time. We take 3 MCAS in 5th grade. So we take ELA MCAS, we take Math MCAS, and we take Science MCAS. So usually we go to the Museum of Science right before the Science MCAS just to do a fun review and get out of school for a day.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're asking, Naya, if we Skype with James Patterson. We have never Skyped with him. We have a large collection of his books, however, but maybe that's something we can look into.
For sure.
Authors are really loving Skyping with kids who have read their books.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of opportunity.
Also, Murray, don't you dare give away anything about Nightjohn.
Yeah, nothing.
That book is so good, and it's one of the best read alouds of the year. So, John, just look forward to it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Gary Paulson, one of our favorite authors.
Yeah.
We didn't get back to our books. We were going to talk. We were supposed to be talking about our favorite books of the summer.
Well, as usual, we got off track.
Sidetrack.
Okay.
Would you like to share first?
Oh, sure. So I read a lot of books, as I said earlier, that I really liked. One book that I read that I really liked, I just actually bought last night at the Unlikely Bookstore. And if you've never been there, go there. It's in Plainville near the Rentham Outlets, and it is a wonderful bookstore owned by Jeff Kinney,
who is author of Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
Right.
We will promote the bookstore often this year because there are oftentimes author visits. So you can sign up and get a ticket for free, and you get to go see amazing authors that come through there, and you get to meet them. And
sometimes we go, and then we meet our students there. So
yeah.
Anyway, I read a book called Alma, and I'm going to read it maybe the first day of school or the second day of school. I love this book because I really can personally identify with this story. So I don't want to tell you what it's about because I want you to have a reaction to it when I read it, but I really, really liked it. But a book I will tell you a little bit about is this book that I absolutely love.
Out of the frame.
It's called Misunderstood Shark. And with all the shark sightings that there have been this year at the beach and all the crazy sharks that people have seen jump out their boat, this book tells us the story about the poor shark and how he's so misunderstood in everything that we think about him. And it's filled with lots of real, true facts about sharks. I absolutely love this, and it's written by an author named Amy Dykman. And I wrote to her and said I loved it, so she sent us some bookmarks and stickers that I'll share with you when you come back to school. And I bought this book for our classroom, so I think you'll love it. And she's coming out with a second book really soon, so that's going to be really fun. It's hard to pick a favorite book, but these are 2 books that I liked.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, Jake. Welcome to the Twitter feed. Also, hello, Katie Brennan. That's my sister. And Jen Bench, who is my roommate from college.
Hi, Jen.
It's nice to have the crew.
Yeah, the family.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I also read a million amazing books. All the books I want to talk about are at school, which is fine. But there are top 3 middle grade novels. The first one is Front Desk by Kelly Yang.
Second. It's as a matter of fact, it's so popular they didn't have it at the bookstore.
It's amazing. The book is amazing. So if you want a really good read in your last week before school starts, Front Desk, 100% read it. It's awesome.
We'll buy it.
Yeah, we'll get it. It's fine. We'll have it soon. Second book is Amal Unbound by I don't remember her name. Also, another amazing book. It was powerful and gorgeously written, and I read it in one day. It was amazing.
I wish we had that book so we could show them the cover because the cover is so beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I feel like Aisha Saeed. Awesome. And then the third book that I read is The First Rule of Punk, and that is by Cecilia. Oh, here I go with my names. I think it's Cecilia something. Cecilia something. It's a beautiful green book, and the girl on the front cover is super cool, and the entire book is really neat. It's about a young girl who has a family that is divorced, and her mother end up moving to Chicago because her mom is teaching a class there, and it's all about how she learns to go to a different place and leave her father behind and everything she knows. That's cool, and it's just this amazing story of finding yourself in a new place. Awesome. But the book that I do have that I want to show you is actually a sneak peek of the book that I am going to read on the first day of school. It is called All Are Welcome, and it is by, is it Sandra Penfold? I'm going to check. Oh, Alexandra Penfold and Suzanne Kaufman. Absolutely amazing story, and I can't wait to share it with you on
And it's going to be a lot to talk about
Wednesday.
After that book.
Totally a lot to talk about. It's getting a lot of buzz from the people that we connect with on Twitter in terms of reading, and we were really excited to share that with you.
We had to rock, paper, scissors, shoot who was going to get to read it the first day of school.
But we have a bunch of other awesome picture books coming up too.
We do.
Pretty cool. All right, do we have any questions, Miss Goodwin, in the meantime?
Can I ask Miss Goodwin a question? Yes, Marie, if you don't give any books that I read out loud and nothing like that, yes.
And Jake, we are, I think you're asking John what room you're in. So you're either in room 27 or 33. We'll talk, Marie, as you asked your question, we'll talk a little bit about how that works. So Miss Brennan, I teach in room 33. And so if you are in homeroom 33, then you are in my homeroom class. So you'll start the day with me. We'll do math and science or social studies together. And then you, as a group of 22 students, will then travel in the afternoon after lunch and recess to Miss Goodwin's class. And then vice versa. So if you're in homeroom 27, Miss Goodwin is your homeroom teacher. You'll have the morning with her, and then you get to come to my classroom in the afternoon after lunch and recess. Our lunch and recess is from 11:15 to 12 o'clock. So lunch, will be from 11:15 to 11:30. If you finish your lunch in 15 minutes, then you can go out for recess from 11:30 to 12. If it takes you a little bit longer, then you can go, from 11:45 to 12 for recess.
And speaking of recess, I don't know if you've been down at the school lately, but there are some big surprises in store. So last weekend, a lot of parents and staff and the principals spent their hard day building us 2 new playgrounds. And when you see them, you're going to be astounded, especially when you see the one on the West Wing, because there's something gigantic that we can't tell you anything more. You're just going to have to wait and see.
I will just say that I
it's pretty impressive.
Perhaps went to the top of it and could see Walsh from where I was sitting.
Yeah.
So we'll just give you that.
Right.
But the teachers and the families have been working really hard to put the playground up on the West Wing and the East Wing, and it looks amazing. So thank you to anyone that volunteered their time to make that playground happen for our community. It's pretty awesome.
Okay. Marae, yes, I know Mrs. Reedy very well. She's one of my very best friends, and you will love having her. And I've already told her that you're in her class, and she's going to love you.
Perfect.
Okay, Nicholas wants to know if we're going to do Prodigy.
Undecided. It may be a choice item where if you choose to practice Prodigy or do Prodigy outside of school, I will create your account and then you can play on your own. But I don't know that it'll be something that I definitely assign for work this year.
Someone was asking if there's a new kid. We do have a new student this year, 1 new student, and another new student is going to be in the other 5th grade.
Yep.
I can't remember now what his name is.
Oh no, I can't either.
Because we just found out about it.
But definitely there'll be some new faces the first day of school. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
And we know that the students that have been at Dunning for long will definitely embrace them and welcome them into our community, as we will as well.
I'm going to look it up, but you want to tell them about the new staff?
I was just going to say the new staff. So we have we have a lot of new staff members. As many of you know, Miss Seville, who used to be a 5th grade teacher, she is moving down to 1st grade to try something new. And so over the summer, we hired a new 5th grade teacher. So the person that's going to be teaching math, science, and social studies, they are going to be kind of like the same as me on the other team with Mr. Pearson, is Miss Hurley. She has been working in Newton Public Schools for the past couple of years, and she decided that she would like to come out to Dunning and be our 5th grade teacher. So she's been in this week. She's been really busy getting her room ready, and she's so excited to start teaching. We love her. She's so nice.
Yeah, she's nice.
Really cool. And then today, Miss Goodwin and I had the opportunity to meet another teacher that's going to be working with us in room 27 and room 33 with homeroom 27. And her name is Mr. Roy. And she is so fun. I like her a lot.
I like her a lot.
Miss Goodwin and I were a little nervous to welcome someone else on our team because the 2 of us have been teaching together for so long. But we were really excited because we got to meet with her today, and she was super nice, and she was really excited to start being at Dunning and teaching 5th grade. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. All right, Miss Goodwin, we got a question.
Okay.
How much homework do we have?
Whoa, homework. There's always the homework question.
Oh, Brianna, thank you. Yes, you're right. We do not have a lot of homework.
Really, we're saying this, but you didn't hear from us. We don't really believe in homework too much. So we give a little bit of homework. Okay. But if we give it, you better do it, because we expect that you're going to do it, because we don't give that much. But what we do give, one thing for sure that we do give, and then you can tell me what we don't give.
Sure.
What we do give is every single night we expect you to be reading.
Yeah.
Because reading is the number one thing that's going to help you do well in every area of school. Everything. So we know that you need to have choice in what you read, and you have to read independently, not just in school, but out of school. And you're going to want to read, because we're going to have a community of readers that's going to want to talk about books, and you don't want to be left out.
No way.
So reading every single night, that's one thing we do.
Yeah.
You want to tell me what we don't do?
What we don't do is like tons of math. Like, you may have had teachers in the past that you've had like tons of math homework, like math packets that you have to do lots and lots of problems. Yeah, I don't do that. Just a little bit of math. You know, I don't need you to do the same problem 14 times to show me that you know how to do math and be able to explain it. What I care about is the process. So how did you figure out how to solve that math problem? You know, what kind of strategies did you use to be able to get there? Because that's the important part to me. And actually, that's the best thing for you to share with other kids, because, you know, not everyone thinks like me. I can teach a strategy for math, and I think it works really good, but, you know, maybe it doesn't work so good for like someone like Miss Goodwin.
Right.
So if someone else has another strategy that they want to present, that's when, you know, we get to share with each other, and that's when the learning is even better. So, you know, if you have math homework, it will be 1 or 2 problems. Last year we did a ton of Flipgrid math homework, and so you'd go home and you'd show us how you solve a math problem using recording a video, and then you get to share that with your classmates. And that was really fun. Hopefully, Marae and Brianna, you guys can talk a little bit in the chat about your experience with Flipgrid. I love it because it really gets me to understand what you're thinking. And it's cool because you get to share with each other.
And we use it in language arts too. A lot of times we'll learn about something, and then we want to go home and talk to our families about it, and then report back what our families thought, or you have a chance to talk to each other outside of school about what you think about something. And the other thing is, homework serves 2 purposes for us. One is, we want to prepare you for something we want to talk about tomorrow. So we might need you to watch a video that we don't want to waste class time. So you watch the video at home, then we talk about it in school. Or we do something in school, and then you have to go home and practice it, like math or something else. Or we might ask you to read something, read a chapter of a book, and then we talk about that tomorrow.
Right.
And also, we'll do some book groups. So sometimes you're in a small group, and you have a responsibility to read your reading for that night, so that you're prepared
for the next
your
day.
Classmates the next day.
Sometimes too, we'll give you like optional, you know, typing practice. That's really important. So if you haven't done a lot of typing before, that's something that you can add to your kind of every night routine, practicing your typing so that you can get faster and faster. Miss Goodwin does a really fun kind of competition every week. See if you can beat yourself and beat your high score from the week before.
And we've been doing it for this will be the 3rd year. The first year we had the top typer was 65 words per minute. And
Great.
I didn't think anybody could beat him. And then last year, Tommy Tierney beat him. He was at 70, I believe it's 72.
Yep.
So if you look on my website, you'll see the Ladybug leaderboard, and every week we test to see, it's not so much to beat 72, but to see if you can beat your own. And at the end of the year, we keep track every week. When kids look back at their first week, they were laughing so hard at how pitiful it was. So we do some practice in school, but you can also do some practice at home.
For sure. Are we going to have homework in the first week? Great question. No. We would like you to read and get started choosing books that are, you know, ones that you want to read. We may have some like homework that might be more like family homework. So it might include you interacting with your family and introducing your family to the rest of your classmates. So it won't be homework in the sense of like you're going to sit down and, you know, at the table and do homework. It's going to be a little bit more fun than that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see.
Oh, this is an important one. So we sent out a school supply list, and if anybody has questions about their school supplies, put them up here. And if you don't have your school supplies on the first day, it's okay because we're not going to really need them. But something I forgot to put on the school supply list that would be helpful is we do a special thing with some flashlights. Marae and Brianna, don't say what it is. Okay. And we need to have enough flashlights for everybody in the class. And we did have them, but last year we lost some flashlights that just didn't work that well. So if you can bring in some flashlights to donate to the class, ones that use D batteries are best because we have a lot of extra D batteries. Cool. It would be great. Okay, so and they're pretty inexpensive. So if everybody can bring in some, we'll make sure that everybody has one. Any other school supply questions?
We know that the list is on our classroom websites. I think it's on the Dunning homepage. I think we emailed it out. But if you have any questions, please reach out to us via email or Twitter. Or call the school and just ask them because, we want to make sure that if you have any questions, we can clarify them for you.
Right. And it looks like people are at Virginia Beach, Chile. Looks like a lot of people are traveling.
Someone said they were in Bulgaria.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what you've been doing for the last 3 days. But I wonder if you know what we've been doing for the last 3 days.
It's been fun, for sure. We have been in our classrooms and we are getting things prepared. We're almost there. I think that we're in really good shape. We've made some pretty major adjustments to the design of our classrooms and the instructional space. You're going to be pretty excited when you see what's there. It looks very different than the way that you left it in the spring, but we are really excited. We've been trading items. So, I'll trade you this bookshelf, Miss Goodwin, for this table, or do you need this or that? And
it was like a yard sale.
It was
today.
a yard sale. And we definitely have moved things around. Miss Goodwin was in there for like a half an hour in my classroom shaping, like, I think that needs to go over there, actually. Right. And we feng shuied the whole room, so everything is looking pretty good. And
we're ready for you.
We're ready.
We have a few tweaks to do the next couple of days, but then Miss Brennan and I are taking a couple of days off. So we're going to the beach on Friday, like we said earlier, and we're not doing any work. So we have to go back to work on Monday. You guys have a couple extra days.
That's right. And make sure that you take time to relax and get ready to come back with your and relax with their families and then get ready to come back.
Right.
I'm trying to think, what else do we have?
Marae, I see you're asking me what school supplies. I have no idea. I would look on the Walsh website and see what they say. I don't know what they're asking for.
All right, so the last thing that we want to talk about, and then we'll take any questions if you have any before we wrap things up here, is parent communication or family communication. We want to make sure that the lines of communication between us and the families of Community 27 and 33 are wide open this year. You can find us in a variety of places. You can always find us on Twitter. We gave our Twitter handles before. We'll put them, I don't know if there's like notes that I can put with this video when it goes into archive. I'll do that. It's on the email that we send out, but our Twitter handles are everywhere. You can always email us. I'm kbrennan@framingham.k12.ma.us. And you are?
Letter J Goodwin at framingham.k12.ma.us.
You can also always call the school and ask them to direct you to our classrooms. That's not always the best, quickest way to communicate with us because it's not a direct line, but our email is probably the most direct that you can get with us. Right. In terms of us communicating with you, again, we send out a lot of day-to-day classroom information and things that we're doing through Twitter. We will do occasional email blasts for like a newsletter that you'll get from either Miss Goodwin's email or my email telling you a little bit about what's going on or if there's something upcoming that we're looking for you to participate in or be a part of. That will come through our emails. Right. And
but our favorite way to communicate you is, should we try sing it?
Oh my gosh.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's that music.
The intro too.
The state of the classroom, and we try to do it at least once a month. Sometimes we do it more often, but it's our way of, with a video, showing you and telling you about what's going on in the classroom. We have a lot of fun doing them.
Gosh, we have so much fun.
But the most important thing is that we want to get some responses because we put effort into it, and if nobody responds, it's like we're just not going to do it for our own sake. So maybe we would because we have so much fun. But if you would just respond, like just letting us know, hey, we got it, that was fun to watch, or I have a question about this. It's really nice to get feedback.
Always, even if like we send out an email and you just tell us like got it, it just feels like our email was heard by someone. So I know that sounds crazy, but if you can just let us know that you got our emails, then we would be so very happy.
Yeah.
You can even put like an emoji in there. We love Bitmoji.
Oh yeah.
So
We'll do a lot of Bitmoji.
yes.
All right.
sure.
What is the special for Monday? Well, the thing about the specials, we didn't talk about this, right?
No.
Special. Okay, so specials are a little bit different in 5th grade because, as you know, we have a Mrs. Gold is an art teacher, and then last year we had I always say
McEwen.
Miss McEwen.
Oh no, and we met her today.
Yeah,
we met. There's a new itinerant art teacher.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So
what her
there's
name
2
is.
teachers. So there aren't enough teachers so that everybody can have the same classes all the time. So except for my homeroom, room 27, the other 3 classes will be mixed together. Every year there's one class in 5th grade that has to do their own thing, and it's our turn this year, but it's not a bad thing. So what's going to happen is some group of people go to music on one day and then band and everything else. So it's driven a lot by what kind of music you chose, whether you're going to be in band.
What instrument you're going to
what
play.
instrument. Because the flutes all have to go at the same time because Mr. Roberge can't teach, 15 different instruments at the same time.
Right.
So I don't even remember what it is.
We'll know the first day of school. I would say, to be safe, everybody bring sneakers for the first day of school because we're not sure who has PE the first day of school. So just bring sneakers and you'll be all set. Band students, I don't know if we're supposed to bring your instruments. Usually they send an email out to families before school starts telling you if you need your instruments or not. So look out for that for the first day of school.
Not only sneakers if you have gym, but there's some things on the playground. PE, sorry. The old habits die hard. There's something in the playground that you won't be able to go on if you don't have sneakers. Right. So if you want to experience the whole thing, wear sneakers the first, or at least bring them if you want to.
Sure.
Oh, speaking of the first day of school, the weather has been up and down, and some days in the classroom have been very, very hot. So make sure you have a water bottle.
I was looking ahead. It's going to be 90 degrees next Wednesday.
So you need to dress
water
cool
for sure.
And bring a water bottle, a refillable screw top water bottle.
Yep.
Okay, that's really important.
Yeah, we would love to eliminate the plastic water bottles this year in our classroom just because last year a lot of them were wasted, and we want to try to do our part in terms of not using so many water bottles too. So if you have like a screw top one like Miss Goodwin was saying, bring it, and that would be awesome.
Right. And we'll talk about this before, like snack. We don't have snack time in 5th grade because Miss Brennan gets hungry at a different time than I get hungry, and you probably get hungry at a different time. Sure. And we have lunch at 11:15, so it's brunch, right? So you probably do want a snack. So usually we have snack when you feel the need to have a snack. But there are some parameters about snacks, like we're not going to eat Oreos at 9 in the morning. So we want healthy snacks and drinks that have a screw top container. So we would prefer not Capri Sun or any juice boxes because they spill. And in room 27, we still have carpet, and we don't want any food or drinks on the floor.
Right, because we don't want any ants or
so water is really
bugs.
Much better.
Right. All right. I think that is everything. If we missed something, which we could have, but we got through all of our lists. So if we missed something and we didn't answer a question that you have, please, please, please reach out to us. Let us know if you need anything in the next couple of days. We will be checking your email. Maybe not at the beach on Friday, but after when we get back, we might be checking it. Yeah. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what you think of our YouTube, and thank you for everyone joining us. This is the most successful YouTube live I think we've ever had.
It's been wonderful.
It's been really fun. So
thank you to our students, old and new. Thank you to our families and our friends. Yes. No, I didn't hear from you, but I'm thinking you're probably watching. And we hope to see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you. Enjoy the last couple days of vacation, and we will see you on next Wednesday.
Right.
Can't wait.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.